This is why you cheer. Whoops. Well, that's a cool fucking thing. Is this it? Hey, okay, that should work. Cool. Here we go. In exchange for one greatsword forged to the specification hereunder, Red Rooster Trading will pay the sum of 1,000 gil, no less than 8 hands in length, weighted pommel, briar climb inlay, serrated edge suited for cutting bone. Yeah, okay.
A deposit? For what?
Information, my good man. Now, listen carefully.
I kinda don't trust the uncle. I feel like a lot of issues that I've had has been because of the uncle. So I don't know if it's a bit of a red herring.
Do you have a moment?
Do you have a moment? I'm glad.
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Okay. What's that?
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me.
Well, I hope you gave as good as you got.
You gave us good. These courtesans.
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
Nice.
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
Okay. Sure. Once you go flat.
A deposit? For what?
For the best drop in Dalamil, visit the final step.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Why is the tavern shut?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Don't trust him. I just get this bad feeling.
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd asked for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
It's a trap.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
They will turn sour.
Of course.
There you go.
When did you get so big?
How far is it? Oh, it's outside.
What was all that crashing and banging about?
Come on. Faster!
It's wild, sure. Don't touch.
Time to fight.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Is there a reason why they're flying around this?
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of WOOOOOO, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem. My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Actually,
double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
It's not over yet, Uncle! I'm just getting warmed up!
Oof, okay. Ooh, justice as well. Easy, easy.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive? I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive. You held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the... Ugh!
Here, wear this.
The desert rose from Labor.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Omia Lostelan. Tuisa Achilles.
Hopefully this time the bird doesn't fucking die.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
quest 2.
I've never even forged a butter knife before. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the
most fragrant herbs needed to a silken softness.
The baths are, closed for scrubbing. Please bear with us a little longer.
I feel like she's lying.
All those years of toil, every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
You all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalamil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you, go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulphur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
Silver platters, hanging lanterns. Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
Well,
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Terraces. Okay.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Cook's trough is when they want to lord it over us.
Genuine cactus needles, imported from across the sea. Just one prick and your little sorrow will see.
I need a drink. You're going to drink my pockets dry, then just up and leave?
Why, yes. My thirst is slaked, and I see no other reason to abide your company.
Damn.
is it true what I'm hearing?
Yes, they're quite sort. Lord. Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense. So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Carpets have pride of place in...
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light, meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentice is no better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Take a sniff, good sir.
The juiciest
Needed
meat.
to a silken softness.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Sweet incense.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. My man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
We can press on. Don't tell me you put down roots.
What the hell are those things?
Broken down, you say? From the weight of its load?
Aye. The guards are furious about it. You do well to steer clear.
Well, if it's blocking the road, it'd be a wasted journey anyway.
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs. You'll turn back if you know what's good for you.
Let's fuck these bitches up.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
things down a bit. That's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Yes. Let's see which one we use. Raging Fist is fine. Wind Up, that's the cool one. Yeah, there we go. What's this? Earth and Fury. With both hands on the ground, causing the land to surge upwards, sending enemies.
This is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets have...
Take a sniff, good sir.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Plates and pots!
There he is. The man who's... I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
Ignition reduces ignition cooldown by 2.2.
The scrubbing is almost finished. We
Is that what they said? They said that they're doing the scrubbing. Yeah, I'll just finish this.
Your patience.
Needed to a silken
juiciest meat
softness.
It would make a
The
fine...
finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Let's go.
Yeah!
This is maybe not the direction to go. No, it isn't. Damn it.
No need to ride from here.
Yeah, there is.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Come on. Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... You tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly. So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the furnace?
That's kind of funny.
Well, this is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing? Take a sniff, good sir.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Plates and pots!
Sweet incense!
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
Finally, we'll be able to get what's over.
Just look at the teeth!
Made from the stoutest stoneware!
Needed to
Light
a
meat and
silken
dark,
soft.
fresh from the kiln.
It would make
My
us
carpets have pride of place.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for.
Is that a fucking kunai?
That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalimil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava, know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalimil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
Goblin coin. Cool. It's time to go.
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Hanging lanterns, keep it up.
Finally, we'll be able to get outside.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Come on.
Yeah! Come on, girlie.
The jewel.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
fucking mountain.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert, you'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
What are they stored? What is that
What a rat done to me.
Man has lost his guns and he's still like, God damn it.
Out of my sight, wench! I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the night. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
As in Odin, the King of Woooooooooo, Your Majesty, or Typhus or Ultima? Yes.
the royalists bring them from Ash?
Into the darkness.
Are the beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? They spotted us. Taken over the entire mine. So much for the men of the Rock. Dhalmekia's finest.
Disgusting. I lost.
be going any further this way. Stairs. This must be the way out. This one. How did it get in here?
Sick.
By the flames. Come on, Torgal.
That looks really sick. Looks like a mosque design.
Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He built this castle in it.
I mean, yeah, shit.
Let the trial begin.
What the hell?
With me, Torgal.
Spirits within. favor of lightning. Thunderstorm, huh?
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Muthos.
It looks a bit excessive. Tiny bit. I mean, it's just the fact that it's all white, but that's like white, blue, purpley design. Huh. Castle Dazbok.
Did the orcs do this too? More of them.
Soil, stone!
No? Maybe when I pick this up.
What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him?
Bravery. Some opponents will use the ability Bravery to invigorate nearby enemies in unsingle performance of battle. Look to their plan and defeat those levels quickly or risk.
Alright.
I mean, recap, recap from where? From the very fucking start, or from like, what do you know? Previously on recap. Oh, okay. So they fight Garuda, and they beat Garuda. And as they beat Garuda, they go to the pub. Go to the pub? They fight Huron. I don't know what you mean by go to the pub. Like in the desert? That's the only pub I can remember. Not Garuda. No, so Chiron or Chiron or whatever is like a soul of Garuda. Yeah, okay, so they fight her, they and then they go to the castle and they fight Garuda herself. Or Benedicta, I should say. And after they beat Benedicta, Clive ends up absorbing her powers out of nowhere. Just suddenly he's able to take the Garuda power off of her. And then she runs away. She kind of gets like she runs away, I guess. And then as she runs away, we're kind of like, nah, man, we gotta sort her out. Yeah, I mean, Shan Sid. Hi. You okay? Shan Sid. I thought you meant Sid. So yeah, they fight Garuda, and then after they fight Garuda and take her powers, Garuda's not dead, or Benedicta isn't dead, and Benedicta was able to just like kind of snap and go a bit crazy, because she'd basically been like pouring herself out everywhere as if without like actually following anyone. Especially because Sid says some stuff to her about how she isn't the person that he loved before in the past or something. And she kind of reflects on it and kind of gets a bit, like, I don't know, just enraged by it. So she becomes Garuda again, and then you have like one big fight with Garuda. And then Clive becomes Ifrit again, where he kind of just loses his mind slightly and recognizes and becomes Ifrit. And when he becomes Ifrit, he kind of realizes that he was the first Ifrit as well, because this whole time he's like chasing after the hooded man or whatever. But when he becomes Ifrit, he kind of recognizes that he was Ifrit all along. Like he was the hooded man. Yeah, so Ifrit is him, and the hooded man that he was initially chasing in his mind is also kinda him, maybe. So, I mean, they captured someone. Don't worry. Like again. So the hooded man that he's been chasing in his mind was him. It wasn't. It was himself, like a figment of himself. Because he'd been blocking himself. Like he'd been trying to like. In his mind, he was thinking that he didn't kill his brother. Whoever the hooded man killed his brother. But it was the fact that he had to come to the realization that he was Ifrit. After becoming Ifrit, he kills Garuda. Like, she kind of leaves him no choice. So they kill Garuda, or Benedicta. But remember, Benedicta, she was kind of sleeping with Hugo, Kupka, Titan. So then Titan finds out. Well, actually, he doesn't just find out. Somebody gives him Benedicta's head. So how can he use? Don't worry about Firebird is because he's got the Firebird. He can already have the blessing. Like he already had the blessing of the Phoenix, so that never changed ever. Like that's still the power. Like that's the original power he had as a kid. But when Titan, so somebody chops off Benedicta's head and sends it to Titan. I'm not too sure who does that, who instigates that. I don't think it's supposed to be Sid or Clive or anyone. So he goes crazy. And when I say he goes crazy, as in like everything he's doing now is just for revenge, just so that he can like kill whoever killed Benedicta. And he thinks it was Sid. He thinks Sid's the one who killed Benedicta. So yeah, man kind of goes a bit crazy. While that's happening, while he's going a bit crazy and trying to attack, Sid has his plan. Sid explains that the reason why the world is suffering is because of the crystals, because of the mother crystals. And he says that the way the mother crystals work, the way these crystals work, is that they absorb the power from the air. They absorb the ether from the air, and then they, you know, do what they need to. Which is why the bearers, like the people who can use magic, that's the reason why they start turning to stone, because they're using up their like literal life force energy. So what Sid decides is that these crystals themselves are kind of evil, because the mother crystals, these big, you know, the massive crystals that the whole world is fighting for, they're just absorbing and sucking up more and more of like the energy of the planet, and that's why there's like the blight and like the deadlands and stuff happening. So Sid's goal ends up becoming to like destroy the crystals, and they do. They destroy one of the crystals, but when they do destroy one of them, you have like some weird magical forces start like appearing, and you realize that there's something called Ultima. It's like this kind of weird. Ultima is just like a name that Final Fantasy uses all the time, but it's another being that seems to be in control. And that's when you find out that. So there's no, and that's when you find out Ultima is being like, you know, like the main evil, I guess, in this at the moment. And that's when you find out that Joshua is actually still alive, because Joshua, well, I say we as the audience find out, and Clive maybe recognizes, but he doesn't actually know. But Joshua kind of like absorbs Ultima's power into himself to like prevent him from taking over the world. And unfortunately, when at the same time that happens, Ultima like attacks, and Sid takes the attack. And unfortunately, then Sid dies. But he doesn't just die, he gives Clive the name Sid and dies. And then and then the game does a time skip, like 5 more years into the future after that happened. And since then, Clive has been going by the name Sid, so a lot of people know him as Sid. He's like carrying on the mantle. And I told you that Titan thought that Sid killed Benedicta? Well, that means he's coming after Clive, and that's kinda like there's other parts as well. That's kinda where we're at the moment, is where we actually fought Titan, we kicked his fucking ass, and we chopped his hands off, but he got then taken away, and now we're here to like hopefully finish the job. That's the recap in a nutshell.
First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima?
Go backwards. Is this where it came from?
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go?
And we're also here to maybe take out the crystal. So out of the 5 crystals, we've taken out 2 so far. So
the heart.
If we get this one, that'll be the 3rd one.
He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Toggle.
Let's see. Not really. Not this. Titan block, yeah, no. When guard is timed perfectly. I don't know if Gilgamesh is in this one. I don't know. Kinda sick if he was. This is such a sick fucking boss.
Just what I needed.
What's he doing?
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka! I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
He's got fake hands. Oh shit.
You got away from her! Benedicta! I'll kill you, Roscoe!
must burn within you. No. Let them burn without. Come to me, Ifrit!
Oh, shit. Not sure who this one is though. Well, that's the thing. He doesn't have his hands.
But if you can do it, then so could I!
Oh shit! Clive has learned the ability Brimstone from Titan. Hold and release R2 and square to emit a violent explosion. Hold R2 longer to increase explosive size and strength. Press X at any time to cancel the charge and not trigger the explosion. If Ifrit is invulnerable to damage while charging Brimstone, suffering an attack, however, will automatically trigger an explosion.
Let's give this a try. Not bad.
This really does. I said I don't even know if Gilgamesh is in this game, so if he is, I'm spoiling it. is going on?
Heads up, Hugo! Your time! Here's past! And victory is over!
Oh shit. Titan slain. Earth and Fury. Another crystal god. Used up all of his seed.
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
King of Baloo.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head.
It's the king.
A fool like all the rest.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
I don't think he looks like that. He's just another brown-haired guy with some wavy hair. Holy Order of the Knights Dragoon. Bahamut.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this?
My father's orders. What were they? Quickly! Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and... Gah!
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
Yoshi.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
You're not gonna hear the fucking tale. God damn it. Go on, Clive, go on. Out of the shadow.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Walkways need patching up.
What became of Kupka? Why haven't we heard anything?
If the state of our coffers is anything to go by.
Desert Alliance. Sid II, I trust you will forgive me for putting you and your dear uncle to the test. I'm confident that a man of your position can understand the importance of earning one's trust, especially in times like this. For what it is worth, you now have earned mine, and I can assure you it shall not easily be finished. May this be the start of a fruitful relationship.
Ah, my favorite pupil. Allow me to educate you.
More beasts to kill? Oh shit, so many. A hill to die on. Velcroy Desert, Empty Hovel, Dalmekia, Soul Streams, Grimalkit. Is everything in Dalmekia? Job, Dalmekia, 9 of Knives. The Breaker of Worlds. Oh shit. Urgent notice of all curse breakers. Due to the discovery of the fallen giant in the Rosarian ruins we have lately been investigating, all work in the region is to be halted with immediate effect. All members are to proceed no further than the village gate, lest the echoes should be awakened by their presence. No further action may be taken without Sid's express permission. Fallen Giant at the Rosarian Ruins. Fallen Giant, Rosarian Ruins. Cool. So that's in the Jaw. Valkyrie Desert, Empty Hovel. Let's see. The Valkyrie Desert. Sickle, Jaw. Feel Rovers, Titan's Wig, the Flare. The Steps of the Fort. Where's the catering? Bandit's Bed. Northern Valkyrie Desert. Valkyrie Desert. Fangs Drip. The Sick. Field of Grover. The Jaw. Is that it? Cedra's. The River Valkyrie? What would be the catering? So this one I can find. Empty Hovel. A sort of vicious Vilekin has of late made its nest near an abandoned village in the Fields of Grover. And as the hive has grown, so too has its hunger. Already, the stripped corpse of great beasts outside in the vicinity. Should the Vilekin be left to their own devices, the nearby settlement shall surely be reduced to ruin, but a collection of bleached bones within 12 moons. The Catery, just off the Sickle, the road that leads to the Jaw, lies a dead-end canyon, into which travellers moving at night are wont to stay. So that's next to the Sickle. This is next to the Field of Grover. Among Republican merchants, reports abound of caravans being crushed by a black boulder, a creature indeterminate in nature but quite decided in size, strength, and spite. He or she who took it upon themselves to seek out and slay this black mass should bear eternal gratitude, not only of the desert traders, but of the curse breakers who risk life and limb. So I can find this guy probably. Prayer from Dalminian to draw this line. But yeah, some of these are kind of a hilt dime. Soul Stingers. I wonder about this one. The Breaker of Wells. That sounds so ominous. They pay so much. I want to try it out. Not sure how, but you know what? I don't know what this is. So they said this is on the Valkyrie Desert. Let me just get all the names actually and the locations where it's supposed to be. Luckily, I can. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, just getting. I feel like I'm getting ill. So that's the whole thing. Empty hovel, fields of Grover. Okay. Remarking. Yes. Last one. The Breaker of Worlds. Cool. Should I speak to Otto? I'll leave that surprise for later. Let's see. So if is this the Velcroy? This is the Velcroy. Here's the chocolate.
Good girl.
How many hours have I been playing? You already, I mean, it's whatever I've been streaming. Is how long I've been playing. Like literally, whatever I've like a stream. And stop mentioning Gilgamesh, man, because if you're right, then I know you're spoiling it, because you already know. Just pretending. Take a Desero, shove it around. So maybe this twister? Alright, let's go. Is there nothing there? Oh, is that a thing? It's
straight
a thing.
home now.
Oh, it's a turtle boy. Fasti Taklon.
Well, Clive, it looks like you're gonna need an even bigger sword.
Hey, first try. Notorious Marks. Hey, nice. So that was a hill to die on. Hey, Scarlet.
It should have stayed in its shell.
Hell. So the other one was Soul Stinger. That one they said was like in the field of Corova. So if I then again, this is one of the other things around here somewhere, right? How big is this room? Oh.
Be safe.
This guy's just here. The Nine of Knives.
My blade yet hungers, its alive. Come, let us feast on your flesh.
Your feasting days are over. Too slow.
There we fuck. Holy shit. That was the 9 of knives, yeah? Oh, fuck. Whew, whew, whew. Okay, cool. Hey. Dude, man, this fucking combat is so sick. Oh, alright.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Shh, that was so
ready, go?
The sickle is here, and then the field of Corvo. I'm out of potions. Well, no, I've got high potions. Torgal needs to heal me more often, man. Torgal needs to heal me way more often.
Don't get surrounded.
And then the field of Corvo. So it's not what I want. Yeah, let's go. This really looks like instant. Okay. I'm gonna put my money on this thing here. Can I like mark it? I think I can, right? Set marker. Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
No mistakes.
Is that not? Coil.
This won't be easy.
This is just. This looks kind of cool. Is it these things? Yeah, the stingers. Soul stingers.
They don't look happy.
Hey, Soul Stingers are dead. Nice. Sharp Fang.
Peace at last.
Grimmel. Where was the Grimmelkin? They said something about. I think it was in this.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Let's just pick this up. So this is the sickle. So maybe here or here. Go to either of them. Actually, give me a second. I'll just. Let's see, where was it going? The sickle or some shit, right? Yeah, I'll go this way. Pick up this. Big one. So this one. Summer. Leg eater. Maybe this one? This is the first. Hey, is this... Are these it? Are these the Grimmelkins? Oh, that's a fucking Grimmelkin. It's a sea lion. Bitch.
Right over the pack, is it? Let me introduce you to mine.
Come on, Torgo.
It's all ready.
Now, Torgo!
Hey, there's the fucking Grimalkin. Ooh. Let's see.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Come on, Torgal. You deserve it. So he said it was near Rosario, so that means next to the statue. Martha's Rest. Only thing I can think is here, because there was this massive fucking statue here that I just had to kind of ignore. It was just in the background. Yeah, let's try it. This is a fucking rank S. These have been like rank C's and B's. I think one was a rank. What's this? Where's the shop? I'll try with that.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
I'm still hunting the monsters. I've killed all of them so far, besides the rank S. I've not fought a rank S yet. I fought a rank A, and I actually did die a few times to a rank A. So, cross this bridge. The Minotaurs at least.
No need to ride from here.
Actually, yeah, maybe I should fight some stuff, just to... I'll fight some of these things, just to... anything. It's two of two potions. This is the giant statue I was thinking. There it is. That's got to be it, right? Yeah. I'm impossible if it isn't. But a rank S. Fucking hell, I need to be careful with this one.
This one has a little more life left in it. All right then. Let's try. Too slow.
How's that? Come on! No. This is way too much. Oh, damn damage to it.
Too slow. Well done.
God damn it. Nearest obelisk is too far. Fucking hell. Is that really the nearest? That can't be. Oh my fucking god. No, that's not the nearest obelisk. I'm gonna go and see if there's any weapons I can. Armors I can make something. I'll talk to Otto, I'll get a new weapon, and then I'll go fuck it.
What became of Kupka? Why have we... Gav told me the gentleman who visited earlier, the one with the loud voice.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
No surprises there.
How may I help you today, Clive?
What's this? Many claim they wish to change the world. Few actually take it upon themselves to do so. You are an inspiration to us all, a nameless patron. Desert roses, bright flame, ability points. Ooh.
All yours.
Thank you.
All done?
Max is fucking sick. Look at that. Excuse me. If I did... Oh, no, I should have upgraded. Sure. Yeah, upgrade that shit. That's upgraded max. Mastered. Oh shit. A master. Cool.